Welcome, FNUSA57 here, once again on my Xbox One, and bringing you another Gears 5 video. So, in this video, I will be showing you how to unlock the comic book weapon skins, as well as completing the Predator Hunt medal set in the most efficient and fastest way possible. So you'll see I already have the Master Hunter medal and the Pouncer Hunter medal complete. Those are the two easiest ones to do. The hard one is Juvie Hunter because you need 200 Juvie eliminations in the Predator Hunt Horde event. Now this must all be done in Predator Hunt Horde event. It cannot be done in other Horde modes, private, public. I've already tried that. So unfortunately, you do have to go into this new event. Now, I am going to edit out most of the time to make the video shorter, but this mode is very easy to do. What you want to do is go to multiplayer, Horde, and then you will see a new event for Horde called Predator Hunt. Now, it's not that specific. All it does is say hunt the legendary Wakatu on Pahanu Island, and you can only play with 3 players. Your difficulty options are for beginner, advanced, and inconceivable. If you play on the hardest difficulty, you'll notice that the Wakatu is stronger, and of course the enemies are stronger by 3 different modifiers, but you do get double headshot damage. For the purposes of these medals, I recommend playing on beginner. There is literally no reason to play on a harder difficulty. Now, unfortunately, you cannot host this mode in a custom game or a private lobby, so that means it's actually impossible to play that on Master. I would recommend that you play this with a full team, just because it makes it easier to do. But if you're playing with randoms, keep a few things in mind, because I know a lot of people are going to be trying to get these skins. The Predator Hunt game mode is interesting, but I wouldn't say it's an event that's worth farming. It doesn't give enough XP or skill cards or class XP to make it something that I would want to farm. But in order to get all of your medals done, you are going to need to play at least 3 games. I would say 3 to 5 games, roughly, to complete all 3 medals. The 30 waves survived is easy, especially if you're playing on a low difficulty. The 15 Pouncer eliminations is also very easy to do, because there's a lot of Pouncers in this game mode, and all you need to do is get 1 bullet on them. That counts as your assist for the elim. Now, the loading times, unfortunately, for this game can be a little bit excessive. The game mode is a little buggy, so just bear with it, and you might have to try to back out and find a game again. But the Juvie eliminations, that medal's hard, because you need 200 of them. So what you want to do is make sure that you get, if you're playing with other people, don't steal all the Juvie kills. Put a couple bullets on them, mark the Juvie, and try to let your teammates get a couple bullets on them as well. This way everybody can get their eliminations done faster. Now, there's no fabricator, there's no fortifications, and there's no perks. You do get your ultimate ability, you can choose what class you want to play, and of course you can choose your skill cards. So I'll go over the classes as soon as it loads me into the lobby. So here we go. I am finally in the game. If you do run into the issue that I did where it gets stuck on loading map indefinitely, you have to restart your game, which is really annoying. But I'm going to show you the 3 best classes for getting these medals done. I recommend you run either the Veteran, Brawler, or the Protector. Those 3 classes work very well. The Veteran is a little bit of a kill hog, so I don't recommend you do this unless you're playing with people that don't need the kills. So in this particular case, Casper's helping me out. He already got his medals done earlier during the day. I just got back from work, so this is the first chance I've had to go through and do the medals. And that means I am going to play this character. And basically the setup is the same. Your cards don't matter too terribly much, but you want to spec obviously for your ultimate and make sure you have your brutal efficiency card on. I'm also using the Father Gearsmith skin just for the hell of it. I do have a video posted on how you unlock that skin, but sadly the winter event is over, so you actually can't unlock that skin currently. Maybe next year, though. But this is going to be on the Pahanu map. You're going to want to make sure that you skip as soon as possible. There is literally nothing for you to do. There's 3 ammo boxes, which is a nice change from the normal 2 ammo boxes. Sometimes you get that little glitch there where the game like fails to load part of it. But you can see on the TACCOM there's an ammo box on each side and one in the center. And we're going to go just for juvies. Now, I would recommend you group up and stay together because the enemy do seem to have a little bit of a spawn range. So they give you a bit of a safe zone around you immediately, but that's not always the case. If you're using veteran, like I said, you can kind of hog a lot of the kills simply by using your ultimate, firing around, and just kind of, you know, murdering everything, that is. But don't do that if you are playing in a random game and, you know, trying to work with other people, because everybody does need their juvie eliminations. Like I said, I'm currently playing with Casper. He's helping me out, and he doesn't need the eliminations anymore, which is the reason why I'm running the veteran. If you have your brutal efficiency card on, then you can go ahead and just try to chainsaw execute a couple of the enemies, and you should be able to get your ultimate back like every other wave, maybe every wave, depending on the level of your card. And you really shouldn't have too much of a problem with ammunition as long as you don't hog all the ammo. So please bear that in mind. Don't hog all the ammo. Share the juvie kills and the pouncer kills, because technically all you need are eliminations, which means like there's a popper, I can put a couple bullets on it, and then if someone else kills it, I will still get credit for the elimination. So that's the way that you want to do those. Now, depending on your team, depending on your accuracy, the level of cards, all that fun stuff, you should end up with somewhere between 40 to 50 juvie eliminations per game. It is possible to get more than that in a game. A little bit of it is luck-based, and then some of it is a farming method. So if you play with 2 other friends, what you want to do is you want to focus on eliminating all of the small enemies in pretty much point value order, with the exception being Mulcher Scions, because Mulcher Scions are just ridiculously annoying and can kill you pretty easily. What I mean by size order is eliminate the flusher enemies, like all of the juvies. Once you can't find any more juvies on the map, then go ahead and eliminate like the drones, and you keep doing that so that you force spawn more juvies, or at least the maximum number of juvies for any given wave. Of course, that does require that you're coordinated with your team in order to do so. But as long as you coordinate with your team, you should be able to do that with relative ease. The Wardens can be a little bit of a pain, but of course Brawler's pretty good for taking them out with the incendiary damage. And Veteran can get the headshots nice and easy. But you're going to repeat that for the entirety of the 10 waves. You will have to deal with a flock, and eventually you'll have to fight the Wakatu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and continue playing as I just explained for you to do. And I will be back on wave 10 and show you how to handle the Wakatu fight. because other than that, you're just going to have the same normal enemies. You'll have different varieties of poppers. You'll have incendiary poppers, shock poppers, regular frag poppers, juvies, mulcher scions, boom shot scions. I don't think I've ever actually had a drop shot scion. Grenadiers, hunter elites, regular drones, elite drones, and that's basically it as far as enemy types. You'll also have to fight a flock for one of the boss waves, and then you'll have to fight the Wakatu. Other than that, super easy. So continue playing with the tips that I shared, and you should have no problem in getting all of your eliminations and medals done. I'll see you in a few minutes on Wave 10. Alright, here we go for good old Wave 10. This is the last wave of this event, and we have found that ugly ass thing called the Wakatu. I don't know exactly what it is. It's some kind of mythical bird, demon, god thing that spits venom, which is really, really annoying. It flies around in the air. It does have a weak point when it's going to spit its venom that you can actually hit. The weak point is on each one of its feathers, so do keep that in mind. Now, this is unfortunately a horde boss that you can run into regularly in Horde, not just this specific game mode. So in order to deal with this boss, it has several different attacks. All of them are venom related. Plus it can go underground, and if you've seen the other video that I posted on it, well, it can actually sometimes glitch out and never show back up again. Surprisingly, the devs never commented on that one. But anyways, when it shows up, it has those little glowing green venom sacs on the feathers of its plume. And you really want to hit those to cause a lot of extra damage. When it's underground, it has these little fart bubbles that come up, and you want to shoot those little fart bubbles as soon as possible so that they explode before they leave acid pools on the ground. The game gets a little buggy too with this boss, like sometimes you lose frames and stuff. But just shoot the heck out of it. Normally in Horde you'd want to freeze it, but there's no cryo cannons to make it easier for this. So gun it down like I suggested. Deal with the few remaining enemies. And victory. Now once you make it through the loading screen, the last time when you've completed all of your medals, you will have all your nice new unlocks. Unfortunately, the loading time can definitely take a second. This mode, like I mentioned, is not good for profile XP, class XP, skill cards, or pretty much anything other than getting the medals done. You get a very small amount of profile XP, 2 skill cards, a very small amount of honor, and yeah, that's basically it. If you're lucky, you get a time star. So with that being completed for my last medal, you will see that we get the Comic Book Lancer, Talon, Bolthawk, Boomshot, Dropshot, M-Bar, Enforcer, Nasher, Hammerburst, GL, Longshot, Marksa, Overkill, Retro, the Scorcher, surprisingly, Snub, Breaker Mace, Claw, and, of course, Torque Bow. So you actually get the entire set of weapons, not just the Lancer skin, which is nice, and it is the entire 19 weapons, not just the default 18 because the Scorcher they added in later. So a lot of the earlier weapon skin sets, a matter of fact, all of the earlier weapon skin sets in the game prior to the Bloody weapon skin set coming out, they don't include a skin for the Scorcher, which I thought was kind of disappointing. So if we go over to customize, you'll see that I'm using the Heroic Venom skins, and you'll see my favorite skin, the really hard to get Arid Gale skin, which you can't get anymore. So I wouldn't use the comic book skin. Like, I don't think it looks good enough, but it's, it's not bad. For a non-animated skin, it's actually not terrible. It kind of looks like you got a little bit of the Wakatu's face there, I think. And, of course, Mac shooting at it with, guessing that's a Lancer. It's a little hard to tell. But that's the weapon skin. And out of all the weapons, it probably looks best on the Lancer GL because it's one of the larger weapons, so you can kind of see a little bit more of the detail on the weapon. But that's what it looks like. Some of the other weapons, it's kind of like really, really pointless on. For instance, the Boltok. The Boltok, it makes literally no sense to have it on there because it's such a small gun that you can like really barely see the detail on it. It kind of just like it looks like a bit of a yellow spray paint kind of construction thing on there. So not my favorite skin in the game, but it is a skin that I will add to my collection. I hope that this video helped you unlock the skins and complete the medals as fast as possible. Like I said, you should be able to get all of your medals done within 3 to 5 games following the strategy and advice that I gave in this video. If it did help you out, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, share the video with your friends. That greatly helps me out, the searchability of videos here on YouTube, and of course subscribe for more content. Until next time, stay frosty.